What's going on, my lovelies? It's Kyle here. So I want to react to a video, a teaching put out during an interview with Master Shi Heng, part of a little series called This Is Not the Way, or This Is the Way, focusing on teachings that I think are not hitting the nail on the head and those that certainly are. And for this situation, this is certainly the way. So without further ado, I'm going to dig into this video and watch it together, this little clip, and I'll discuss why this is a very important thing, a very important concept in teaching to integrate, especially for many viewers of mine who are empaths, who have a lot of compassion, who are very good-natured individuals. So without further ado, let's begin.
There is a famous saying which is called Gui Shou Fo Shin. Demon's hand, Buddha heart. It's an old Shaolin saying. Develop the demon hand while at the same time maintain the Buddha's heart. Demon and Buddha. You might say they are both very two different sides. Yeah, you need both. You need both. Demon hand, demon heart, no good. Then you are going to become a threat for this world. Demon hand, Buddha heart? Well, to be able to access something and then decide upon your heart whether to use it or not. I think this is what we're looking for.
So, in just a little snippet of time, like this teaching is oh so important, especially for those of you who have the Buddha heart already. For the most part, we can always spruce it up. We can always improve that heart to make it more aligned with the Buddha nature. But it's so important, especially for the empaths out there, especially for the compassionate ones, the kind ones, the good ones, for the most part. I see many of you, and I see a lot of parallels to this in regards to why shadow work is so important. If we can view the demon hands as doing the shadow work, as integrating our shadow, and doing the shadow work by also using the demon hands to see the demon nature in others, to see the demon nature acting out within the world at large, while still maintaining that Buddha heart. And so for many empaths, for many of you who are quite good-natured, very kind, compassionate, sensitive souls, it's oh so important for you to do this shadow work, for you to develop your demon hands, or your demon mouth, or your demon mind, as a tool to use it, to use these darker energies, these darker aspects of ourselves, to first identify the darker nature within individuals. So if somebody is trying to manipulate you, somebody is trying to take control of you, if somebody is trying to use you in some way, shape, or form, and likewise if they're doing that to a loved one, if they're doing that to a stranger, if a certain corporation has a system set up to blatantly take advantage of you, to blatantly take advantage of certain people, we need to develop our demon hands. Because I know many of you have Buddha hearts and Buddha hands. And ideally, we want to have both Buddha hands and demon hands and use them accordingly while still maintaining that Buddha nature within. Because unfortunately, in this world, in this day and age, throughout humanity's history, there's evil afoot. It's creeping around. It's there. And there's many people that do harbor a lot of evil. And instead of running away from this, instead of blissing out, instead of only focusing on the lights, instead of only focusing on the positive, we need to have that full picture. And so many empaths are lopsided. They're really good at doing light work. They're really good at seeing the positive. They're really good at using that compassion, that empathy to help others. But I see a lot of empaths that choose not to do the shadow work, that choose not to develop their demon hands. Because it's uncomfortable. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable, especially when you feel a lot, when you empathize a lot, when you feel a lot of compassion for other people. But our demon hands can be viewed as tough love. We can use it to not take shit from other people. We can use them to hold others accountable, to call other people out, to call aspects of ourselves out that are not cool, that are taking advantage of other people. This is why it's so important to develop the demon hands. It's very necessary. You don't want to use them. It is not the goal to use your demon hands or your demon mouth or your demon mind. But in this world, at this stage in humanity's development, we need to become stronger. We need to do the shadow work. And good people such as yourselves are the only ones that can start to strip away the power from those who have both the demon heart and the demon hands. Those whose motives are deeply selfish, are deeply self-serving, are perhaps sociopathic, psychopathic, deeply narcissistic. We need good people to stand up for themselves and others. So we stop enabling those with demon hearts and demon hands. And we can think, if we zoom out for a second, we look at some of the greatest shifters in this world, the greatest leaders who've caused so much good, whose messages were firm yet loving. And I would say a good example within the United States of one of our leaders in the past was Martin Luther King Jr. Now, he preached nonviolence, but he was very firm for pushing for equal rights of African Americans. And you could feel the strength in his voice and the power within him, and the ability to stand firm within his message, but at the same time keeping that Buddha heart alive and well. So not to push violence, to not lose his cool and go off at people and attack people unnecessarily. And I'm sure there's many other world leaders and those who spearheaded very important things in this world to make it sincerely a better place, and the tools that they needed were those demon hands, while still keeping that Buddha heart intact. So I think this is an absolutely beautiful teaching. And Master Shi Heng, this is certainly the way. I'm very glad that we have an individual out here who is pushing this philosophy and this teaching in a way that is very mature and breaks it down in a healthy manner, so we learn to integrate our darker aspects as tools to stand up against evil, to stand up against selfish people, to protect others, to protect ourselves, while still maintaining that Buddha heart. But after seeing this clip, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was wonderful, and I just wanted to share it with you all and give you a little commentary, what I thought. If you made it this far, feel free to like the video, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this. Do you agree? Do you disagree? All is welcome. And if you feel so inclined, push that subscribe button. It's always nice. I'll leave it there. Hope you all are having a lovely day wherever you're at in the world. And until next time.